tonight I'm going to show you one of those pasta dishes that I absolutely love because it's so simple. You can get home from work, the kids can be screaming, your wife can be going crazy after her job or after a day taking care of kids, or whatever chaos can be happening in your life, and you can put together this dish in about 20-25 minutes with no sweat at all. I've got a little bit of bow tie pasta, but frankly you can use whatever kind of pasta you want. I like something short for this recipe as opposed to like spaghetti or linguine. We mix it up with a little bit of sun-dried tomatoes, some garlic, we'll throw some lemon in there, and then to add some green and add some great flavor, I've got this huge package of arugula that the store makes me buy, right? I can't just buy a little tiny bit that I'm going to use for whatever I want. I got to buy a huge amount. So we'll just add a huge amount to this pasta dish at the end. Keep it kind of light and fresh. It wilts just a little bit, but it retains some of that crunch and that kind of peppery, fresh flavor that brings to the pasta, and it's absolutely awesome.
So let's go ahead and show you how to do it. It's coming up to a boil, so I'm going to go ahead and salt it. And then once it starts boiling, I'm going to add our pasta. Now, you can use just about any pasta you want. I happen to be using, oops, that one's going to be overcooked. I'm happen to be using a little of these bow ties, penne, kind of any short pasta is absolutely awesome with this recipe. Okay, so I just cooked and drained off the pasta, and while I was doing that, I put a non-stick pan over the flame to heat up, coat the bottom with olive oil, and then I'm going to go in with our pasta. All that sizzle is going to be just the water kind of burning off. And then I've got a little bit of chicken here that I obviously cooked already, and it's diced up. And then I've got some sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm just going to toss all of this together to get the chicken warmed up and everything nicely kind of coated with a little bit of that olive oil. We're going to season it with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And if your pasta is ever dry, you can always add a little bit more olive oil, or I also reserved a little bit of the pasta water before I drained it, and you can use that to moisten things up. And then once, this is really just about 2 or 3 minutes until the chicken is heated through and the sun-dried tomatoes are heated through. I'm going to toss this into an aluminum bowl, and there we're going to add our arugula, as well as a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Okay, so I just killed the heat, took the pasta off, and I'm gonna, I lost one. I'm gonna throw it into a aluminum bowl, and I do this off the heat for a couple reasons. One, I want to keep the arugula kind of nice and fresh. I'm gonna add a big handful, pretty big handful there, and arugula's got a nice kind of peppery flavor to it. I'll say that's enough. And then I've got some Parmesan cheese, which we'll throw in there as well. And the residual heat from the pasta is going to melt the, or not melt, it's going to wilt that arugula a little bit without kind of cooking it and turning it into mush. It'll still have a little bit of bite to it. And obviously that Parmesan cheese gives it a great flavor. The final touch here, I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of lemon. And I haven't really hit it with any black pepper either, so we'll add a little pepper to it. You want to taste it before you serve it up, obviously, and we're good to go. So let's get this into a pasta bowl. Okay, so let's go ahead and plate up our arugula and sun-dried tomato pasta. A little bit of chicken in there too, I guess. Throw it in the pasta bowl. A little bit of Parmesan cheese on top, and you're good to go. I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.